Hello everyone, my name is Rashmi Patel. Today I'm going to present you my SMU doing data science case study 2. So let's get started. DDS Analytics is an analytics company who has hired us to do some analysis on the data given by the client and find some useful insights and factors that can lead to higher salary and the factors that can lead to higher attrition of the employees in the company. In this analysis, we will look at data summary, do some data cleaning, we'll perform EDA, build a model on salary, attrition, and then we'll look at the conclusion. The data given by the client contained 36 variables with 870 entries, in which 27 were continuous and 9 were categorical variables. No missing data was found in the dataset, but while cleaning the data, we found that monthly rate, daily rate, and hourly rate were the variables, which obviously implies to income of an employee. Looking at the graph, it seems to have no correlation with the monthly income of an employee given in the dataset. Some constant values like standard hours over 18 years and the employee count had the same values in the whole 870 entries. After cleaning the data, we were left with 19 continuous and 8 categorical variables. Looking at the current employee review on attrition, we found that 730 employees say no to attrition and 140 says yes to attrition. Looking at the graph for monthly income and job level, it seems that there is a strong linear relationship between monthly income and job level. The relationship is so strong that 90.56% of monthly income can be explained by the job level of an employee. Visually, it seems that there is a moderate linear relationship between monthly income and total years. The relationship explains 60% of monthly income by the total working years of an employee. Visually, it seems that there is a moderate linear relationship between monthly income and years at company. 24.15% of the monthly income can be explained by the employee year at the company. Only 13.09% of the monthly income can be explained by the years in current role of an employee. After looking at some graphs and knowing the data, we used random forest feature selection method to see the top 5 influential factors that leads to high salary of an employee. The top 5 factors were job level, total working years, job role, age, and years at company. For further analysis on monthly income, we have categorized the monthly income in 4 parts as under $2,500, $25,000 to $5,000, $5,000 to $7,500, and above $7,500. We can see that only 37.81% of the total employees are at job level 1, and none of the employees at job level 1 are earning more than $5,000. Visually, it seems that the employees working for more than 30 years are surely to get more than $7,500 per month. On the other hand, none of the employees working for less than 5 years seem to have monthly income above $5,000. Looking at the graph, it seems that no laboratory technician and sales representative are earning above $7,500. On the other hand, no research director and manager earn below $7,500 per month. Approximately 27.19% of the employees working at the company for less than 5 years are earning less than $2,500 per month. Only 7.65% of the employees under the age of 30 years are having the monthly income above $7,500. 57.33% employees with 50 to 60 years of age are earning above $7,500. After looking at the top 5 influential factors for monthly income, we built the model for monthly income using the random forest and linear regression model. We found that the random forest model is performing better than the linear regression with an accuracy of 94.72%. We also see that the prediction rate in random forest model is less than the linear regression model. After building the model for salary, we again use the random forest feature selection method to see the top 5 influential factors that leads to attrition. And the top 5 factors were overtime, monthly income, stock level option, age, and marital status. Looking at the graph, it seems that the employees doing the overtime are more likely to leave the company. It is approximately 57.14% of the employees who leave the company. Approximately 70.71% of the employees who leave the company have the reason of low income. Looking at the plot for attrition and stock, it seems that the employees who leave the company are due to the reason that they have zero stock option level for them. Looking at the graph for attrition and age, it seems that the employees who leave the company fall under the category of 19 to 30 years of age. It is approximately 74.28% of the employees who leave the company. Looking at the marital status for attrition, we found that employees who leave the company are single. It is approximately 50%. We also found that mostly divorced employees in the company are likely to stay. We then built 3 models using KNN, random forest, and logistic regression, and found that random forest performs the best among the 3 models with an accuracy of 96.78%. In conclusion, we can say that if the company is planning to hire employees, they should take the following factors into consideration that leads to higher salary and factors that leads to higher attrition. Thank you for watching my presentation. Stay safe in this pandemic. Bye-bye.